Okay, this is Kathy McCabe with dreamofitaly.com. I'm here with Karen Pizzolini, who is an expert on the Ladini people, who are native people who've been in this region for thousands of years. So Karen, can you tell us a little bit about the history of the Ladini people?
Well, the Ladini have been living here in all of the northern Alps in ancient times. They have even found some settlements of 5,000 years ago. And then when the Roman and the German incursions happened, the bigger valleys where those armies came through were colonized, and so they also changed the language and they started to speak Italian and German. Whereas in the smaller valleys, like here in the Dolomites, the language and the traditions have been preserved. So there is still a very small area where people speak Ladino, which is 4 valleys around the Sella Massif, which is a big mountain group inside the Dolomites, and the Cortina d'Ampezzo region. And they have 5 different idioms of this Ladino language.
Okay, and can you maybe say something in Ladino for us, and so we can hear how different it sounds from Italian?
Bundomizde is saludi dalle Dolomites, da de bipost les munts, e isperic podes danto tert ni a les visiteus isas.
Ah, it sounds a little bit German, a little bit like it.
No, it's more Latin language.
Okay.
And it has some French. The sound is a bit similar to Catalan also.
Ah,
yes.
Okay. And are there native sort of crafts or culture? What kinds of things do Ladini produce or celebrate?
In earlier times, like only 50 years ago, before the tourism came, people were very poor, and they worked mainly in the summer on the fields with cattle, and in the winter they stayed in the houses. So there have been developed some very nice crafts, like here in Valbadia. It's very famous, the weaving, the artistic weaving with nice flowers or nice designs in it. In the Cortina d'Ampezzo area, they made beautiful little jewels like flowers with very thin silver threads, and this is called filigrane work. Mm-hmm. In Val Gardena, the wood carving is very famous, and I think it is known all over the world. And in the Val di Fassa area, the painting of furniture is very well known. And then there is Val di Livinalongo, where they also made some wooden objects. They're still using now.
And what are they doing to preserve the Ladino language? I know you produced a piece for Rai Tre for the television in Ladino, in the language. What other things? Are things printed in Ladino? Is it taught in school?
It depends on the area. The Ladino people here are split into 3 provinces. 2 of them are autonomous and 1 is not. One is the province of Belluno, which belongs to the region of Veneto, which is not autonomous, and the people living there have a quite hard time to be able to preserve the Ladino. Whereas in the province of Trento and Bolzano, which are autonomous, they have the possibility to teach Ladino at school. There has been made a grammar book, mm-hmm. Reading books for school kids. There's lots of books printed, both literature and more technical things. And there is a TV space, there is a radio space, and here in the autonomous provinces we get also fundings. Do you say like this?
Yeah, funding.
To be able to preserve it. And there is a law in Italy, which I don't know which law it is, but it's a law that tries to help to preserve ethnic minorities. And we apply very much to this law, so to be able to preserve what we have.
And how many Ladini are there in this area?
In this area, there are about 30,000 persons.
Okay.
And then the same roots but different developments of the language
Go ahead.
are in Friuli, in eastern Italy, and also in the Romansh, Switzerland, in the Engadin region of Switzerland, where they call it Romansh.
Okay. And what else would you like people to know about the Ladini that they don't know? Something special about them.
Well, I would like to tell people that Ladino is actually really a language, and it's not just a dialect of Italian or of German, and that they still have very special traditions, like a wedding we saw last night in the Rifugio. We slept, and they have their own traditions of how to do weddings, like very nice clothing, traditional clothing they have. And what I would like to tell people is to respect this. When they come here, not try to change people, because I have the feeling that with tourism is certainly a big help, but it should not come here to change the place, and that for me is a big issue.
Okay.
So, yes, I thank people who come here and appreciate what we are trying to tell them, to give them, because we are really doing our best to make everybody feel very comfortable here.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.